Okay, today we're going to break down this incredible framework that, seriously, secretly runs the world. I'm talking everything from huge factories to your local coffee shop. You might not see it, but it's the hidden engine behind pretty much everything you buy, use, or experience. So yeah, let's get right into it. Have you ever just stopped and wondered about the small miracles of modern life? Like you tap a button on your phone and somehow, 30 minutes later, a hot pizza just shows up at your door? I mean, how does that actually happen? It totally feels like it, right? But no, there's no magic wand involved. It's a process, a very specific, repeatable, and manageable set of steps. And here's the cool part. Once you understand this blueprint, you're going to start seeing it everywhere. It's like the hidden logic for how pretty much everything gets done. All right, so let's start with the heart of this whole machine, the transformation box. Trust me, this is where the real magic happens. Right at the center of this whole model, you've got something called the transformation process. The easiest way to think about it is like a black box. Raw stuff goes in one side, and then something totally different, something valuable, comes out the other. This is the spot where raw ingredients become a delicious pizza. It's where lines of code become a working app, or a bunch of metal parts become a car. This is where the magic really happens. Okay, so if that box is the engine, what's the fuel, right? What exactly are we putting into it to get that final thing we want? Well, to get anything out, you first have to put things in. And these are called your inputs. And for our pizza, and honestly for almost any process, they fall into 5 key categories. All right, you ready? We're gonna run through these real quick. First up, material. That's the raw stuff, the flour, tomatoes, cheese for our pizza. Next, you need machines. These are the tools you use, like that super hot pizza oven. Then, of course, you've got labor. That's the people doing the work, the chef actually making your food. And all of this is guided by management. Just think of it like the recipe, okay? It's the plan that makes sure you don't just end up with a burnt mess. It's the how-to. And finally, and this is a big one, none of it happens without capital. That's the money, right? The cash to buy the oven, pay the chef, and keep the lights on. So there you have it. Those 5 things, that's the fuel for your engine. Okay, so we've got the ingredients, we've got the magic box. Are you ready to see how this whole thing just clicks together? So let's zoom out now and look at the entire blueprint. I know it looks simple, but trust me, understanding this really unlocks how the world works. And boom, here it is, the whole system. You've got your inputs, all 5 of them, flowing into the transformation process. That process then turns them into the output, your final product. In our case, a hot, delicious pizza. Simple, right? That's the core of it. But hold on, we're not quite done yet. There's one more absolutely crucial piece to this puzzle, and it's the part that lets any process learn, adapt, and get better and better over time. We're talking about the feedback loop. This is what makes the system smart. And it's really simple. Check it out. A customer gets the pizza, that's the output, but they call and complain, "Hey, my pizza's cold." That complaint, that is crucial feedback. The manager hears it and uses that feedback to improve the whole process. How? They buy insulated delivery bags. That little loop is how good systems become great systems. So now that we've seen all the pieces, let's just step back for a second and appreciate how universal this blueprint really is. So why should you care about any of this? Because this model, input, transformation, output, feedback, it isn't just for making pizza. It applies to literally everything: writing software, running a hospital, teaching a class, even just planning your weekend. It's a mental model for breaking down how anything gets done. So here's a little challenge for you. Think about any process in your own life. Seriously, anything. Studying for an exam, cooking dinner, planning a trip. Can you map it out? Can you identify the inputs, the transformation, the output, and that all-important feedback loop? Give it a try, because once you start seeing the world this way, you can't unsee it.